So, markets just couldn't hold it together yesterday. Stocks slipped as a mix of weak earnings, labor data, and central bank jitters gave investors plenty to worry about. Hey everyone, it's Friday morning, August 22nd, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Quick note before we begin, today's episode is brought to you by AMF Capital. For smart investment solutions and high-quality funds, head over to amf-capital.de. If you enjoy the podcast, please rate it wherever you're listening and make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. All right, let's get to it. The Dow dropped more than 0.3%, the Standard & Poor's 500 slid over 0.4%, and the Nasdaq also lost more than 0.3%. That weakness was led by big tech, which is still under pressure even though buyers tried to step in earlier this week. Experts say short sellers have already pocketed over $5 billion betting against tech as concerns over artificial intelligence keep rattling the space. Walmart was in the spotlight, finishing off a big week for retailers. The company actually raised its full-year sales and profit forecast, showing its low-price strategy is working. But earnings still missed the high bar Wall Street had set, and shares tumbled more than 4%. On the macro side, investors had to digest jobless claims that came in hotter than expected. New claims rose to 235,000 versus estimates of 225,000. Continuing claims climbed just above 1.97 million. That added to the picture painted by the Fed minutes from July, where officials showed more concern about sticky inflation than about labor market weakness. The minutes made clear that most policymakers favored holding rates steady, but there's definitely some division inside the Fed. Meanwhile, one bright spot came from manufacturing. Activity hit its highest level in 3 years, with a composite PMI reading of 55.4. That's a small jump from July, but shows resilience in both services and factory output. Now, all eyes are shifting to Jackson Hole. The Fed kicks off its annual gathering of global central bankers, with Chair Jerome Powell set to speak today. And just to add more spice, President Trump has been turning up the heat on the Fed, even calling for one of its governors to resign. She says she won't be bullied. Yeah, it's shaping up to be a tense end to the week. So, that's it for today's Capital Markets Quickie. I'll be back tomorrow morning with a brand new episode. Don't forget to subscribe, rate the podcast, and share it with your network. Thanks for tuning in.